Hey guys, I'm Jordan and I'm pretty.
And I'm Francesca, and I'm funny, and welcome back to Pretty Funny Pod.
Welcome back, guys. So, what's up? What's new? What's poppin'?
Let's see. The world, the pop culture world was kind of exploding a little bit. Um, Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber are
Yeah.
preggers. I saw this meme the other day that was like one of those like overheard New York or something things, and someone was like, "Oh my God, Justin and Hailey are pregnant," and someone responds and was like, "Oh my God, literally teen pregnancy." And I thought the same thing. And then I was like, oh my gosh, she's 27. It's not teen pregnancy.
It
She
is kind of
is an adult.
crazy. It is kind of crazy that they're going to be a mom and dad now.
I saw him when I was a freshman in high school at Hofstra University, $25 for a ticket. He sang
Wow.
Only Girl, One Less Lonely Girl. Oh no, One Time, One Less Lonely Girl, and like one other song that he had. And he had his little swoop, and we were all freaking out. And my dad, we went for my birthday, so my dad and my mom took like me and a couple friends, and all the dads apparently were just outside because there was a Yankee game on. So all of them were
Oh
just
my
outside
God.
watching the Yankee game on the TV, while in the arena, like just 700 screaming 14-year-olds.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then I saw him for real at MSG, and it's pretty great. I was supposed to go to his one last year. However, this girl I know, her wedding was just in my way and was over the same dates, so I couldn't go.
That is rude, whoever that bitch was.
Yeah, we're not friends anymore. Don't worry for that reason.
I've seen Justin Bieber live and he puts on such a good show,
He really
honestly.
does, and he's a good dancer. Like he's fun.
Yeah, he
Full hair.
performs. Like he's a performer.
He's so talented. I think he really is one of the better male singers of our time.
Yeah.
Truly,
I mean,
like
even when he
actual
does
singing.
yeah, even when he does the acoustic version of things, like they
Hmm.
sound amazing. Like he just has a great voice.
Yeah, My World is still my favorite album, but hot take.
Hot take.
But whatever. Well, I'm excited they're together. I'm excited that people
Yeah.
maybe I was gonna say maybe they could shut people off from shitting on them, but probably not. But I am excited they're together, and I'm excited Selena and Benny Blanco are together. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to make a comment.
Oh no.
Have you ever heard my mother talk about Benny Blanco?
No.
Exactly. We were at Mother's Day brunch, whatever, and she was talking to me and the Gillows about we were talking about Benny Blanco, and like unfortunately he's just not a looker. He really isn't. Okay. Like he
No.
could be a really nice, funny, he's a great personality, funny dude, so smart, so talented, but he's not that cute. And Selena Gomez, super hot.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, I love Benny Blanco. I love him. I am so in love with him. Like I'm obsessed with him. Blah. She was going on and on. And we're all sitting there thinking, Denise, you've
Denise.
never spoken about this man in your life. And we were like, okay, Bad Bunny, we've heard you talk
Yeah.
about. Yeah, I get that you're obsessed with him. Timothy Chalamet, we know you love him. But Benny
Yeah.
Blanco, those words have never come out of your mouth. Never.
Denise. Denise.
And he's not someone to like really love and obsess over. He's really not. He's a behind the
Well,
scenes kind of guy.
yeah, he's behind the scenes. He's not like a heartthrob. Like he's not like
Yeah.
someone that you're just like a Brad Pitt, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
your mom likes to be a cool girl.
Listen, for
You know?
Christmas, she's getting his cookbook. So,
That would be a great gift for your mom.
but she doesn't
Who
cook.
likes
We
to
already
take
went over
people out to eat.
this.
No, I know. That's I'm being sarcastic.
Oh. Hopefully,
That'd be a
there's
great
crock
gift for
pot
your mom.
recipes in there.
Your mom should actually do a cookbook of the best places to take people out to eat.
Yeah, her top places around the country.
That would be a good one.
uh,
I would
man.
love that.
Well,
Oh my
anyway,
God.
did you see that Tom Brady, speaking of Mother's Day, did like a very heartfelt post to the incredible women and mothers in his lives that without whom he wouldn't be where he is or whatever, to both Bridget
Okay.
Moynihan and Giselle Bundchen right after his roast, and they're both like pissed about the roast.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. And it was this like loving, endearing post of just both of them, and then his mom, of course, and we were all like,
Tom Brady, troublemaker.
"Oh yeah, he really is like so awkward." I kind of
Yes.
forget.
Yes. I mean, listen, he is a great football player. He was fun to watch for many, many years, but it's just like personality wise, he's a dud.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of
Just a dud.
personality wise, football players, one that isn't a dud. Actually, he's kind of weird too. He's a little cringy. He's not weird. Mr. Travis Kelsey. He's a little
Listen,
cringy. The like Viva Las Vegas. I was like,
okay,
stop.
that gave
Just
me the
stop.
ick.
Yeah, it did
That
give
gave
me
me
the
the
ick.
ick.
We should
Hmm.
do an episode on icks.
Let's do it.
Oh my god. Okay. To come
I would love
in the
that.
future. I need to write mine down. Mine are gonna be so mean.
Yes.
Mine are gonna be like back hair. Body hair below the head, actually.
Francesca did somehow find like an ex that was
All
a
of my exes have
very,
been hairless. Every man I've
yeah,
dated has been hairless. Truly.
every,
But they've had
every,
great heads of hair.
yeah, I was gonna say every man that she's dated looks like they would be covered in hair underneath of their clothes, but they're not, which is weird. But okay,
Thank you.
maybe they've all been just getting waxes for you. They've all been fully
Fine by
lasered.
me. Fine by me. Keep it going.
I don't know. I think chest hair is hot.
I don't. I just like
Not even
imagine
just a
laying my
little.
head on it and like, then what if
Whatever.
it's sweaty?
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Francesca likes hairless men. Noted.
Naked mole rats. The naked mole rat of
Stupid.
the male species. But anyway, back to my Travis Kelsey conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about this. I think it could be cute, could be cringy. I haven't decided. Mr. Kelsey flew to Paris to see Taylor Swift's show. He went to the 87th show, which for those of you who are not connecting the dots, that is his football number. I don't know if I'm into him doing all the numberology stuff, joining in on it.
Really?
Yeah, that's like her thing, but she probably wants him to, but I don't know. I don't know. Is he going to do something annoying
Do we
like when he
think it
scores a
could have been
touchdown
a
this year?
coincidence?
No. Have you met Taylor Swift? No. But do you know
You're
Taylor
right, you're
Swift?
right.
Nothing that she does is a coincidence.
Hopefully I can come to the Eras tour. That's my goal. I'm really jealous that a bunch of my friends are going to the ones in Europe.
It's on Miami. It's on my birthday in Miami. In Miami.
Yeah, and you think we're going to be able to get tickets in Miami for Eras tour?
We could be famous by then. You don't know.
Maybe. That would be really nice. That would be really nice if we just got to go. We just got
Actually, fuck
invited.
the Eras tour. Just make me famous by my birthday and I'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That
already
would
saw
be
the Eras
nice.
tour, so I'm fine. I'm okay. Moving on.
Guys, moving on. We have something really exciting to talk about today.
Super exciting.
We got our first submission into our email for some advice. So get ready because I'm about to read the first question that we have from one of our listeners. Woo, woo. Okay. This person said, "Love the podcast. You're both hilarious and pretty. I do have a question that I'd like some advice on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I've always found it easier to make female friends than male friends. My last girlfriend had an issue with the amount of women I was friends with, and it caused some fights and damaged several of my friendships. The thing now is that I've become friends with a few ladies from OnlyFans. I have phone numbers and texts with them regularly, only as friends though. Will it be possible for a girlfriend to accept that I have friendships that started on OnlyFans? I've stopped following one on the site already, and I don't mind unfollowing others, but I'd rather have the friendships anyways. Just wanted to get your perspective." Interesting topic.
I think we have interesting insights because you are in a like strong, committed, confident relationship, you know?
Yeah.
And I am not. So I can think I can think from a way that's like, what would I want from my boyfriend and whatnot? Whereas you
Yeah.
can already explain from being in a trusting relationship.
Yeah. Why don't you start?
I'm going to be honest.
Mhm.
I feel like, no, you don't. Sorry. No, you don't. Next question. Personally, I think OnlyFans alone. Here's the thing. Are you still paying them? Because you have to pay for OnlyFans. If you're paying to still text with them, I don't think that you're real friends, in my opinion. If you're
Mm-hmm.
paying for
Yeah.
friendship, it's not real friendship. So I think that's number one. The unfollowing
Mm-hmm.
and stuff, like, yeah, that's helpful. But it also kind of brings me back to the season of Love is Blind when Chelsea and what's his face, Jimmy, when she was getting like
Mm-hmm.
stressed about his two girl best friends, like those are his closest
Yeah.
friends. And he was like freaking out at her that she should calm down or whatever and like not be freaked out about it. But then we find out it's because he's hooked up with one of her friends. And that's the thing, is that 90% of the
Mm-hmm.
time that girlfriends and guy friends, no matter how close they are, no matter how like one time it was, someone's hooked up with someone or have almost or have flirted in some way. So
Right.
it can be a little uncomfortable. And if you're meeting them in a way that is literally like sex forward, aka OnlyFans,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't believe, honestly, for a second, that you were just friends with them and they weren't sending you nudes.
It started off in a very like neutral, not sex forward place, and then you've
Hmm.
just been like paying them for advice. Like, okay, interesting,
It's like therapy.
interesting. Maybe therapy is yeah. Maybe therapy
Therapy.
would be the way to go. That's what I would suggest. Um, I think that when you're ready to start getting into relationships, that you
Hmm.
just need to like understand that cutting that off and moving forward with your relationship or just in life in general is probably the best move.
Yeah. I also think what you
You
said
know
with
what I
the
mean?
nature of the relationship, like, are you guys seeing each other in
Mm-hmm.
person and like just hanging out as
Yeah.
friends, or is it really just like she's your pen pal? Because if you have
Yeah.
fans pen pals, I'm going to be honest, I think you're going to be hard pressed to find a girl who's like okay with that. But I also think that
Mm-hmm.
when you find a girl that you actually really care about, you won't even need them and you won't even want them. And like if she is
100%.
against it, you'd be like, okay, fine, bye. Like that's so I think maybe you're also not meeting someone that's making you want to only want to
Yeah.
remove these friendships from the past. Now, separately, the other question was you have a hard time, or the other comment was that you have a hard time making guy friends versus girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's also just an interesting topic. And I think that goes back to what I was saying with
Yeah.
like, most likely there's some flirtiness or some like sexual attention or something did happen like one drunken night, albeit even if it was just one time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am okay with my, well, I don't have one, but whoever would be my boyfriend having girlfriends. I think there needs to be boundaries around it. And
Yeah.
if you're hanging out with them more than you're hanging out with me, okay, weird.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of guy friends. I'm also friends with some of their girlfriends, so that makes it a little
Mm-hmm.
bit different too.
Yeah.
And I think that's a major thing is that you'd have to include her in your girlfriend relationship so that she can have her own relationships with these girls because then it's less
Yeah.
threatening. Like my girlfriends, like none of them are nervous that I'm gonna make out with their boyfriend. And
Yeah.
their boyfriends can talk to me. I've talked to them multiple times about their own stuff. Like we've hung out on our own, or like I've hung out without the girlfriends and a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
guys. Like, and everyone's totally fine to dandy because one, I'm not really a threatening person. I'm never like hitting on their boyfriends, but also
Right.
they know me and we have developed our own relationships outside of them.
Yeah.
So it would just be like no one's worried about it, you know?
Yeah. And I think you just have to be really honest with that kind of stuff because, for example, I was kind of like the opposite of Francesca. Francesca has had a lot of girlfriends in her life, and I've had a lot of girlfriends in my life, but I've also had a lot of guy friends in my life. And I feel like growing up, I kind of struggled with the girlfriend relationships because a lot of girls weren't nice that I went to school with. Some were, and I had great friends there, but I would say that my guy friends outweighed. I was into sports, I was in all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I feel like if there is a past, right? Everyone has a past, first of all. So if you have a guy friend that maybe before you've like you've gotten drunk one night you made out with, but like you're just still friends because you're like, oops, that happened. Like,
Yeah.
okay, just be honest about it.
Yeah.
Like if you get a new partner and you're like, hey, these are my friends, and then your partner maybe shows a little concern, that's at the point where you go, okay, I'll be honest. Like
Yeah.
I once years ago we got drunk and made out. Nothing ever happened since. We've just been friends. Like he's an important person in my life, and I think you should have a relationship with him. Of course, sometimes these situations are harder than others,
Yeah.
but I think it's really important to have the friends of the opposite sex in your life. I just do.
Yeah.
And my situation is also interesting because my like husband, when we first started dating, was friends with most of his exes. So like I was
True.
like
You did have to deal
hanging
with that.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like hanging out with his like exes, not his most recent ex, but like all the exes before that.
Yeah.
He's friends with. I've
Yeah.
had dinner with them. I've gone out with them. I've
And he
done a
lived
lot
with a
with them.
girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
obviously she wasn't straight, but it's fine.
Yeah. And he lived with a woman. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's many layers to the way our relationship started and kind of the things I had to be comfortable with. Tom, not so much. Tom hasn't really been around hardly any of my exes, so he's had it easy. For me, I just had to trust. I think that's like the biggest thing.
And confidence.
Yeah.
I think
and
if
you have
you're
to be
dating
confident
a
in your
girl that is
relationship.
insecure, and just because she gets a little jealous doesn't mean she's automatically insecure. But
Yeah.
if it gets like kind of really insane or crazy over it, there's probably some type of insecurity, and it might stem from a past thing that you need to unpack. That happened to me. I would like look in the direction, or I'd run into an old friend that happened to be a guy, and I was getting accused of cheating, and I was like, oh man,
Right.
like, and that was because there was an insecurity there, which like I didn't get at first. And that's something that
Yeah.
like people need to work on their own. But I'm also gonna call this out, and this could be like maybe controversial. I think you need to recognize the level of intimidation from a girl's point of view that your friends are. Because I will say for Jordan, so like I also went to an all-girls school, so I had a lot, like for high school, I had a lot easier of a time making girlfriends.
Yeah.
But regardless, I've
True.
still always been more of like a girl's girl kind of friend, and not saying that you're not, but just I've had more girlfriends than guy friends.
Yeah.
And then I've always had guy friends, but they weren't like my best friends, you know? And then for you, I think, especially probably in high school too, I would surmise that these people were probably very, very jealous of you. You've always been like a very attractive girl. I know, you developed a little earlier than you were also cool and funny and sporty. So then you put it all together. I'm assuming girls are pretty jealous. And that's why you probably had a better time or an easier time making guy friends, because guys were probably all secretly in love with you and the girls were jealous that you would get the attention. Whether or not you think that's true, that definitely is part of it. And so if you have like these girlfriends that are super fucking hot and you're just expecting your girlfriend to be like, oh, you guys are doing a movie night without me? Like, cool. She's going to be a little insecure, but if you got a little bit of an ugly friend, she might not be as insecure.
So the takeaway here is get ugly
get
friends.
ugly girlfriends. She can be like, oh, you're gonna choose that over me? Like, I'm just being honest, girls can be very shallow, and like honestly, whether or not that's the point or not, we think like that. And I'm like, I'm so much hotter than that, girl. You're lost if you lose me. Or like, oh my god, he's hanging out with fucking Margot Robbie. Send help, I have no chance. Like, it's true.
Yeah.
We think like that, unfortunately.
Okay, I actually have something related to this topic. One of my girlfriends brought up last weekend that she is very interested in how we feel about our partners' explore pages on Instagram and TikTok, I guess, For You page. And I was like, actually, that's a great point to bring up. And I was like, what does your partner's explore page look like?
I just laughed because I have a funny story for this.
Okay. She responded with, I was so proud of my partner because his explore page was just cats and marriage memes. And I was like,
kitty cats in love.
I was like, wow. Okay.
Good for her.
Good for you.
You got a good one.
That is not
me.
what my man's explore page looks like. I can tell you that right now.
Kitty cats, rainbows, love, happiness. I love that for them.
So what do you think? Like, what do you want your man's explore page to look like or not look like?
Okay, I can tell you what I don't want it to look like. I don't really care that much about explore pages. I think whatever, like I love looking at celebrity men that are hot. All right. Like it's not my explore page. It's not just like a bunch of shirtless men, but like I'm not gonna yuck your yum if you find girls in bikinis hot. I think there's a difference, and maybe this kind of relates back to the OnlyFans thing. But like if you're messaging these girls, yeah, we have a problem. But also if it's girls that you know personally that are just really hot and you're like liking and commenting on all their shit, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
But you can go crazy, look. I don't know. I don't think I'm that insecure about that. But again, I've never really loved anyone enough to feel insecure. So, so let me
Okay, fair.
report back when I do.
Maybe I should give my perspective.
Wait, but I'll tell you real quick what I don't want it to look like. Because
Okay.
I got some friends and they've showed me their explore pages, these men. And I don't want it to look like this.
Oh no.
There was apparently this trend or something on Instagram where I guess like Instagram's like banning, I guess porn is one way to put it, but boobs and whatnot.
Okay.
So the only way you could kind of show your boobs on an Instagram reel or a picture or something is if it was like breastfeeding related. So his explore page was,
You
which
are
he sent me a
kidding.
few of, thank you so much, was like women with their just giant tits out holding a baby. Not actually breastfeeding, just holding like sometimes there was a baby doll against.
Shut
It's
up.
like, okay, this is what I have a problem with. Not even the boobs at this point. Way beyond the boobs. There's so many things wrong with what your explore page looks like. I don't want anything to do with it. So if my boyfriend has that, I'm gonna have an issue.
These women may not even be mothers or pregnant. They may just be holding children to show their tits on Instagram.
100%. Or their mothers
Oh
just
my
holding their
God.
children to show their tits on Instagram. But yeah,
The
that and
level
then
of fucked up that
no,
you have to be to
there's
looking at
there's so many like backwards comments on that I just, and I can't tell if he really enjoys it or if at some point he just found it so funny that he had to get on this type of explore page and he's like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I'm concerned.
Regardless, I've seen them. I don't like it. That that's one thing. And this other one is a little controversial. I don't know
Oh
if you
no.
remember, we were looking, or I told you the story where like a guy I was talking to, I could tell that there was some internal problems from the way he was raised. And so I decided
Okay.
to go through who he follows. And and everybody he followed, like I'm going to use this as an example because I don't want to say exactly what it was because it might give it away.
Yeah.
But let's say he had like mommy issues. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Every single account that he followed was like MILFs or hot moms or like stepson and mom. Like it would be in
Shut up.
that like category. Again, this is example. The person that I'm talking about didn't have mommy issues. Well, he did, but it
Yeah.
wasn't like MILFs. It was like
Yeah.
other ways. So like all these Instagram models and all these people, like they looked a certain way because it was like a forbidden thing to him. And I looked the exact opposite of the thing that he was following. And so I was like, red flag,
Oh
red flag here.
no.
Like I would almost appreciate if the Instagram models you were following could like were like short and blonde or like athletic
Like
and
looked
dirty blonde.
similar
Like there
to
was
you,
some
yeah.
relation to me because I'd be like, oh, you think I'm hot? Like I am your type. This was so far the other way. And I
That's
was
a
like,
roundabout way of being like, you think I'm hot?
I have to make it about me. It's always about me. But the other way, I was like, you have deep-seated issues, and I am clearly not the solve for those issues, but I'm gonna face some of those problems along the way, and maybe I should see myself out of this situationship.
No. Oh my God. Oh, no.
I don't even know if I actually told you the story about who it was about and what it is. But...
No, I do know.
Okay.
Because that's how we discovered
who he was
person
dating
was now
previously.
dating. So, yeah, because I was like, I literally remember seeing the person that they're now dating and being like, what? This like doesn't make sense. There's no way they're dating this person because they
And I was like, no,
don't seem
it makes
anything
sense.
like you.
It makes sense.
She's like, actually, it does make sense because of this. I'm like, shit.
You're like, and you're sad about this guy? Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, that's my own deep-seated issue, but it's neither here nor there. Oh boy.
Oh
Okay,
my
your turn.
God. If anyone's wondering what my husband's For You page is like, or explore page, his is just my husband's obsessed with fitness and he's obsessed with like the human body essentially and how it can look I guess. So he has a shit ton of like athletic people on his For You page. It's just like a bunch of like women who lift weights, like men who lift weights, like I don't know, body what do you call it when they do the bodybuilding?
Bodybuilding.
Like
That's so
he
interesting.
he for his here's some insight. He for his 30th birthday decided that he
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to do a photo shoot to commemorate his 30th. And it wasn't just like a regular photo shoot to be like, it's my birthday. Let me do a photo shoot. It was like, let me see how extreme I can go with my body in order to remember how hot I was when I was 30.
This was so
And so
psychotic of him.
he's crazy. He basically looked up all these different methods of these like actors who got into shape for these roles and like what they did to get there.
Yeah.
And he did exactly that.
Oh
And
my
it
God.
was psychotic. You will probably see photos of him one day. These photos are crazy. He was very fit.
The picture you made was ridiculous. Like it was crazy. She edited she did a photo shoot. So if you don't know, Jordan's a photographer. She did a photo shoot for Tom when he was like super, super ripped, and took one of the photos and edited onto essentially like a GQ cover and made like a giant framed photo out of it. And it actually like looks so legit. It's really cool. And I hate to give Tom any kudos ever, but it was impressive. He had like an 8-pack. Like there was not a single ounce of fat on this man's body. He told me the week leading up to the photo shoot, he ate chicken and broccoli with 0 seasoning because he couldn't have any salt in his body. And like, I don't even know if he was drinking, or was he drinking water? I don't know. Or like day before
he had to drink like a ton of water like for the week leading up, and then for the last like day before he drank no liquids and
no salt, no pepper, nothing.
No salt, no pepper, nothing. Literally just like straight
chicken and
protein.
broccoli. It was gross.
Chicken and broccoli. Let me tell you something. I have never smelled worse farts in my life during that week, and I wanted to kill myself. I was like, bro, the protein broccoli diet needs to go. Like, I would rather you gain fucking 100 pounds right now and not stink than to look like this and stink. I was like, sir, get it together.
That's so funny.
The best part of the entire thing was literally me taking him to Essa Bagel and like shoving carbs down his throat.
Oh my God.
After that fucking shoe. I was like, eat, bitch.
Stop starving yourself. But this is what's so messed up with Tom is because he did it. So now it's like, you're like, Tom, like I really want to lose weight. Like how to do it? He goes, eat chicken and broccoli with no seasoning for 4 months. I'm like, I might as well kill myself.
He's like, I know what you can do to get to that weight.
Starve yourself.
Like, okay, yeah, fucking be miserable, basically.
Yeah.
He would eat just like oatmeal. He would just like take oats and water and just like mix them together in the microwave, and that was be his breakfast. I like food way too much to ever suffer through like literally
I love
eating that
seasoning.
type of shit.
I love it.
Yeah.
Salt?
Are you kidding me?
Love it.
Salt? Pour it down my throat.
Yeah.
Please.
If you haven't put salt on pizza yet,
I'm pretty sure that the chef salts the pizza. This is like, you're literally my mother. My mom goes to McDonald's.
Add more.
Oh, no. My mom goes to McDonald's. She'll be like, oh, the large French fry. And they're like,
she adds salts to those?
Extras. She gets salt packets and pours like 4 on them.
Okay,
And I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
Okay.
That's crazy. I meant just a couple sprinkles of salt on the pizza. So you can like taste the
As
crystals. And then you dip it in ranch. I could fuck up a piece of pizza right now.
But sure. Where are you getting your slice? Where are you getting your slice that needs salt? I'm curious.
No, it just tastes better sometimes. I've done it to the Joe slices. It's great.
Fair enough.
Oh, an artichoke one.
On pizza.
The artichoke slice with salt and garlic pepper. I have salad for dinner after this shit.
This is honestly hilarious.
My final take on this Boys For You page, Explore page thing is Boys For You page or Explore page is so specific. Like you can figure out what a guy is interested in by looking at their Explore page. For me, you'd never know. It's like there's a couple here, there's a girl in a dress here, there's a beach over here, there's a makeup thing here, fashion. Like it's so many things. For men, it's for Tom, like it's bodybuilding, fitness. For my friends, it's fake breastfeeding. Like
still alarming.
I'm going to send
me.
you one. I'm going to send you one after this. Or I'll tell him to send it to you
Please
because it really, I don't want it to be on my Explore page. But like for girls, it's not as obvious. Guys are so one track minded that like you want to learn about them, search their Explore page. You can find three favorite things.
Also, this is basically just my entire belief that women are much more dynamic than men.
Yeah.
We're just interested in many things rather than just two things, three things. We have many interests, okay? And I feel like our Explore pages are more like manifestations of our lives rather than one thing.
Pretty colors, like happiness, peace. No, I can't. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
the occasional six pack.
The occasional six pack, but it's probably from someone famous, you know? I'm manifesting my future boyfriend, as are you.
Yeah. My future actual GQ model boyfriend.
Yeah, you got to manifest it. Everyone gets two really great loves. Everyone gets two really great loves in their lives. I heard 3. So I'm at 0, which makes me a little nervous, but
I think
you're
I'm
at 1?
maxed out.
You had 3?
Tom and myself. Tom and myself. And
no, so you can get one more. And Tyler Cameron. Okay.
And Tyler Cameron.
Oh, I have 1. Josh Allen. We're fine. Fine.
Thank God.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our advice, listener, because...
Listener. We have only one.
Single listener, the only person who listens to this podcast. No. I hoped the listener who wrote in appreciated our advice.
Yeah, thanks for
from a girl's perspective. Yeah, thank you so much for writing in. If you have any rebuttals to what we said, write in again. We can make it a whole conversation. Let's go crazy.
Yeah.
Weekly recurring topic.
Yeah, honestly.
But if anyone else has any questions they are curious about, whether it's friendships, dating, career, life, you want to know what Jordan's toes look like, anything.
Sure. I can't tell you how many people in my life who have listened to the podcast episode about me stepping on my own toe, and they were just every single person that I saw since then. I just caught them doing a downward glance.
They're like,
and I was
hey,
like,
Jordan,
eyes up, bitch.
It's a full double take. God,
they're not even looking at anything in this area. It's straight to the toes, and I'm like, you fuckers.
That is my dream. That's my dream. I'm happy for you. All I want to do is make money on a OnlyFans selling pictures of my feet.
Yeah.
Listen, if we ever make it, listener, I'll have an OnlyFans and we can be friends. So then I can then I'll maybe have to rethink my answers if I start making friends from it.
Oh God.
The minute I hit 100,000 followers, OnlyFans.
Francesca, do a case study. Let's see how many friends you can make in a week on OnlyFans.
Okay, I gotta build up an audience. Okay. Anyway, I digress. 100K OnlyFans. You heard it here. If you want to see it, follow me. No.
Here we go.
No, I'm too much of a little scaredy cat to do that.
No, but seriously, keep submitting your stories. Also submit in your personal outlook on our conversation today.
Yeah, do you agree? Do you disagree?
About your most jealous exes.
Oh yeah. I'd love to hear those, please.
Yeah.
It's like my lifeblood. Anyway, because my glass of wine is done, I'm gonna go fill it up and go eat my salad that isn't pizza with salt on it. So please,
yikes,
never forget that she is Jordan and she's so pretty. And I am Francesca. And I don't know what this accent is, but I am very funny. And together, we are pretty funny.
This is the end of this episode. We love you so much. And don't miss out on the
Rate, review, subscribe, share with your friends, everything. Follow us. Yay. Peace, love, blessings.